So, setting up a business in the UAE, it can feel like trying to solve a giant, complicated puzzle, right? But what if you had a guide, a map to get you through it? Today, that's exactly what we're doing. We're going to break down the whole process using one company's approach to see how it all comes together.
Let me ask you this. Have you ever looked at that incredible Dubai skyline and thought about starting your own business there? It's a powerful dream, but the big question is always, how do you actually make it happen? How do you go from an idea to a real, legal company?
Well, if that's you, you are definitely not alone. The UAE has basically become this global hub, a total magnet for entrepreneurs who want to get in on the Middle Eastern market, and honestly, the world.
So what's the big deal? Why Dubai? Why is this the dream for so many people with big ideas? Let's dig into the vision that's really pulling everyone in.
You know, when you read a mission statement like this, it's about more than just filling out forms. The whole idea is empowerment. It's about taking something that seems incredibly complex and making it simple, making it possible for anyone, from anywhere, to build their business here.
Okay, before you even start thinking about a cool office or hiring your first employee, you've got to make one massive decision. It's the first real choice, and honestly, it might be the most important one. You have to choose your zone.
And what that really means is you've got three main choices for where your company will legally live. Understanding the difference between a mainland, a free zone, and an offshore setup, well, that's the key that unlocks absolutely everything else.
Let's make this super simple. Think of a mainland company, like it has an all-access pass to the entire local UAE market. You can do business with anyone, anywhere here. A free zone, on the other hand, is kind of like its own special global trading hub. It's perfect for international business. And this is huge. It lets you have 100% foreign ownership. And this table just lays it all out nice and clear. So, you've got mainland at the top, which is your go-to for getting right into the local scene in Dubai or Sharjah. Then you have the free zones, which are amazing for international companies because of that ownership benefit. And finally, there's offshore. That's a whole different game. It's not really for trading in the UAE, it's more for holding international assets.
All right, so that's the theory. But let's get real for a second. What does it actually cost? What kind of money are we talking about to make all this happen?
The first number that pops up is 6,500 dirhams. Now, this is positioned as the starting point for one of the most popular options out there for international folks, the free zone package. But what do you actually get for that?
So this package is all about being a cost-effective, hassle-free entry point. It's designed for businesses that want to get a solid presence in the Middle East, setting you up in one of those really well-known free zones in Dubai.
Okay, now let's look at another number. $4,500 US. This isn't just a fee for one thing. It's framed as a complete, all-in-one deal.
And the big thing here is that this price tag is meant to cover the whole foundation of your new business. We're talking company registration, all the government fees, a registered address, getting your legal docs drafted, and maybe most importantly, full guidance from start to finish. It's meant to be a total one-and-done solution.
So that kind of brings up a big question, right? Could you just do all this on your own? Well, let's take a look at what having a guide actually brings to the table, especially when you're trying to cut through all that infamous red tape.
This is really where the value is. It's about so much more than just getting the license. It's about helping with this super tricky process of opening a corporate bank account, finding the right office, and dealing with all the government departments, what they call PRO services. I mean, these are the exact things that can totally derail you if you're new to the game.
Okay, now here's a claim that'll make any entrepreneur sit up and listen. Getting a business license in less than 48 hours. In a world where bureaucracy can slow everything down to a crawl, a promise of that kind of speed? That's a potential game changer.
And to back all this up, the source points to its numbers. You can see on the chart, they're highlighting things like how many years they've been doing this and the size of their expert team. It's all about building that credibility.
And what's the ultimate report card? Well, it's client satisfaction. They're reporting a 99% happy clients rate here. Now, yeah, it's a self-reported number, but it's a huge part of their pitch, showing they've got a strong track record.
But you know, numbers are one thing. What are actual people saying? Here's one from a client, Martin Field. He says, they took 4 days to complete the entire process of company formation and my residency. 4 days. For everything. That says a lot about the kind of efficiency they're aiming for.
And then there's this one, from Yegya, which I think points to something different but just as important, the human element. He's talking about the owner being a great listener, honest, and straight to the point. That suggests it's not just a transaction, it's a personal service. So we've looked at the dream, the different zones, the potential costs. What does it all really mean for you? What's your first move?
All right, let's just boil this all down. First, you've got three main choices: mainland, free zone, or offshore. Second, that choice is everything, and it all depends on what you want your business to do. Third, these packages are there to bundle up the costs and make things simpler. And finally, having a guide can make the whole process a heck of a lot faster and smoother.
So we'll just leave you with this one thought. Every single major company you see lighting up that Dubai skyline, it all started with one single decision. So the only question left to ask is, what's yours going to be?